What up, y'all? It's week 6, Thursday night football. My Philadelphia Eagles, who are coming off a loss, which I predicted. All right, that was my bold take. Check that out in our Sunday video. And Seb also predicted that the Saints would get their first win of the season with me predicting my Eagles were going to get their first loss of the season. Check that out. The Eagles are coming off a loss, okay? And they are playing the New York Giants in MetLife Stadium. I'm going to give you one bold prediction on what I think is going to happen. Seb's going to give you a bold prediction on what he thinks is going to happen in the game. And then we have to go over who's going to win the game and our score prediction. So, Seb, take us off.
Well, I'm going to go running back again. This is
Saquon Barkley, revenge game?
No. Cam Scatterboo over 55 rush yards. Yeah.
Do you know how much he had against the Saints?
I'm about to get into that.
Okay.
The Philadelphia Eagles allow an average of 126 rush yards per game, ranking them 21st in the NFL. So,
yes,
Eagles can't really stop the run.
That's not can't really. Okay,
they're ranked bottom half in the league.
Yes, we are bottom half of the league, but we'll pick it up.
This statistic indicates that the run defense has been a struggle this season. As I just said, they can't stop the run. Ever since Cam became the starter, he's been averaging 60.75 through 4 games as the lead running back. He had 59 versus Saints today on 15 carries.
Okay.
He had 60 on 10 carries versus Kansas City. He had 45 on 11 carries versus the Cowboys. And finally, 79 on 25 carries versus the Chargers.
This sounds like a sweat. This kind of sounds like a sweat.
That's why it's bold.
See, because you said 60, 45, how much? And then you said 59.
He's averaging 60. He's
Ooh,
averaging 60.
And you said he's going to go over 55?
Yeah.
I like the sweats, though. I like the sweat
averaging 60.
picks.
Finally, so anyway, before I was interrupted with the sweat prediction there, he had 25 carries on 79.
Sam's going to sweat through his bold take. Go on.
So he had 79 on 25 carries versus the Chargers, where the Giants were leading most of the game. Okay, the Giants like to feed him, and he makes the most of his opportunities when he gets the rock.
He has been He's been the bell cow.
Exactly. Nakobe Dean was out today with a knee injury. With it being a short week, he's likely not going to play. J.K. Dobbins had 79 yards today on this Eagles defense. Bucky Irving had 63 last week. Kyron went for 94. As you can see, they can't stop the run. And
no one's hit over 100. We haven't allowed a 100-yard rusher.
And then week 1, Javonte Williams just went under 55 at 54. But Miles Sanders also had 53. So they had a combined of 107 yards between the two on this Eagles defense.
There was one big play that...
And then versus the Chiefs, Mahomes had 66, while Kareem Hunt only had 31 and Pacheco had 22. So in every game this season, but the Cowboys in week 1, they have allowed a rusher to hit over 55 yards 4 weeks in a row.
Okay, that's a good point.
They also won
That's a good point.
3 of those 4 games. So, it's a sweat, but these 4 games show that they are allowing these running backs or a rusher to go over 55. So
and Cam Scatterboo is the rusher for the Giants. He does get all the volume.
The opposing run game is not affecting them too much. Them not being able to stop the run isn't affecting them because, like I said, they won 3 out of their last 4 games in that stretch that I just said. So Cam Scatterboo over 55 rush yards, I'm taking it.
The reason it's not affecting us is because the Eagles
don't pass the ball; they just run.
Yes, so we usually have control of the clock. So the other team running the ball is usually we are playing prevent defense, so they're opening up the second half running the ball. That's what's happening a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Okay? I promise you that's what's happening a lot of the time.
Giants are really
it's not
beat
a
up,
bad
so
pick.
You guys will be up the whole game. And they're going to run. The Giants will run the ball.
You know what else might not be a bad pick? Yeah, they have to run the ball. They want to keep the ball away from our offense. Even though our offense is struggling, they want to keep the ball away from those talented players. Devontae Smith went crazy today. He balled out. Did you see that? He balled out today. But that will take you to my bold prediction. And it looks like we're staying on the ground with these running backs because my bold prediction is 2 legs, and it's both with the same player. Saquon Barkley will have 80 yards and a touchdown. He will have no less than 80 yards, and he will get in the end zone at least one time. I think this is a lock, okay? Barkley is due, okay? He's getting the volume. He has 83 carries through the first 5 games of the season. Last year, he had 91 carries through the first 5 games of the season. Yes, we know he's having a slow start, okay? He knows he is having a slow start. This year, he has only 1 game over 80 yards with none over 100. When last year, he had 2 games over 100 yards and 4 were over 80 in the first 5 games of the season. When this year, he has 1 game over 80 yards, 0 over 100. He's now playing his former team in MetLife Stadium. He wants to get his revenge. And this time, or in this matchup last year against the Giants in MetLife Stadium, Saquon Barkley had 176 yards and a touchdown. Okay? This is only his second time.
It is an improved defense, though.
Improved defense. The Giants are ranked 29th against the rush, allowing 153 rushing yards per game. Okay, that's bottom 3. There's only 3 other teams.
You're telling me Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, and Abdul Carter are not going to come after Saquon to get his head off of his body?
You are, yeah, he will. But Saquon, Nick Sirianni wants to feed Saquon.
Okay.
We are going to want to feed Saquon. If we don't feed Saquon, there's something wrong with this team, actually.
He's your best player.
All right? Yes, I predicted we were going to lose today because I saw the Broncos were going to catch us off guard, which we did. We blew a 14-point lead in the second half. What you do?
They scored 18 unanswered points.
Exactly. So what you do is you put the ball back in the hands of the best player of the team, which is Saquon Barkley. I have a Hurts jersey on my chest, but Saquon Barkley is the best player on the team.
Yeah.
Okay? And you get him rolling because Saquon Barkley has something against this Giants team. And this Giants team is a division rival of ours. Okay? We make a statement by feeding him and making our best player happy. Like I said, last week in MetLife Stadium, last year in MetLife Stadium, Saquon Barkley had 176 yards. 176. That's almost 200 yards.
Quite a bit.
Okay? If you don't think he wants to have his first 100-yard game of the season against his old team, you're crazy. All right? There's only 3 other teams that have allowed more yards per game to the running back position than the Giants. Okay? This Giants run defense is not that great. Yes, Brian Burns, like you said, Abdul Carter, Dexter Lawrence. You're absolutely right. Kayvon Thibodeau. But you know what the thing is? They're pass rushers.
Yeah.
Dexter Lawrence has a effect in the run game, but all those other guys are really pass rushers. So the way you neutralize pass rushers is you run the ball. So if we're smart, we do that. Because those dudes can get after the quarterback. Yes, obviously they can stop the run, but they're better at getting after the quarterback. Dexter Lawrence is the big stopper. When the Saints this week, who played the Giants, okay, so this is how the Giants did last week. They gave up Kendre Miller 41 yards. They gave up 41 yards to Kendre Miller, which is his season high, on only 10 carries. That's 4.1 yards a carry to Kendre Miller. Who is Kendre Miller? Kendre Miller is Alvin Kamara's backup. That's his label, okay? What do you think Saquon Barkley is going to do? They also allowed 128 yards to rookie Amorion Hampton in Week 4. So the previous week, another rookie had 128 yards.
They were also playing prevent defense a lot because they were up in the whole game.
I understand that, but 10.7 yards per carry? You're allowing someone at 10.7 yards per carry? Then Javonte Williams had 97 in Week 2. Yes, it was a shootout game, but 97 yards to Javonte Williams, that's his best of the season. Yes, he's been balling, but he's been scoring a lot of touchdowns. That's his best of the season. And then 128 to Marion Hampton, and then Kendre Miller has a season high against you. Saquon Barkley in a revenge spot, and he's also coming off a loss. He's playing his old team, and he's coming off a loss, and he hasn't had over 100 yards this year. I think he gives you at least 80 and a touchdown.
As long as he stops eating those Little Caesars pizza bites, then he's good. I know you've seen that commercial of him riding on the horse. So,
and this is why he's gonna ball. I promise you, he's scoring a touchdown. He's giving you 80 yards. I promise you that, because he thinks people think that of him. They don't, man. He is they do, but he is not lazy. He's a dog, bro. You didn't see his 60-yard touchdown today?
I was watching, but I wasn't really watching.
He scored a wheel route. He's still a dog.
I was watching my players play.
He scored last week against the Bucs, but people don't want to bring that up.
All right, well, This is kind of an obvious take on it, but I have the Eagles to win this game 27-17. The Giants
we're close.
Yeah, well, the Giants are beat up. They don't have Malik Neighbors anymore. They lost him to a torn ACL. I really hate when teams have to play on this turf because this turf is cursed. But I'm not going to talk about that now. Darius Slayton left today with a hamstring injury. That was the Giants' number one receiver. Jackson Dart was also beat up today. He was limping around. Eagles are coming off a home loss, and Saquon does not want to lose at home to the team that bred him, which makes me think this will be as close as I have it. And the fact that the Eagles are trying to find their identity on offense, they aren't really passing the ball. They are more run-heavy. Now with Landon Dickerson being hurt,
you make a great point there.
That's going to be big.
You make a great point
on
there.
A short week. Running the ball might not be as effective, and this doesn't help EJ's case.
Okay.
But
go ahead, contradict me.
With Dexter Lawrence, Abdul Carter, and Brian Burns on that front line, again, no Landon Dickerson most likely, and it's a short week.
I'm not going to interrupt you. You keep talking. You keep taking.
Yeah.
Go
ahead. I think he's going to grab something to stab me with. But, all right, anyways, Hurts will be forced to make quick decisions and get the ball out, and he will have to run the ball himself. Let's just be honest. Hurts is going to have to be, piff, piff, piff right away. Saquon might have a few big rip-off runs, but I'll be honest, his yard per carry average will be low in this game. The Eagles are the better football team. They need to revenge the loss that they had against the Broncos. Eagles are 7-10 versus the Giants, and the last time they lost to the Giants was actually in 2021 in MetLife Stadium. I'm sorry, in 2020.
7-10? What do you mean Eagles are 7-10 against the Giants?
In the last
7-10 against the Giants, that is not correct.
In the last 10 games,
we are spreading false information. Yes,
they are.
No, they are not.
Yes,
I promise you, they are.
Look it up.
Bro, we can look that up. The Eagles 7-10 against the Giants.
Yes.
Bro, we have won 7 of the last 8 matchups against the Giants.
Look it up.
GTS, man. You know what GTS means?
I'm trying to tell you.
GTS.
Look up the last 10 games between the Eagles and
the
Giants.
Bro, I know how it's gone.
No, please do it.
You don't want me to do it.
Do it. Yes, do it. I'm telling you.
Eagles versus Giants.
Last 10 games.
Last 10 scores.
Go to stat.
In last 10 years. Okay? You sure you want me?
Yeah.
Bro.
That ain't right.
What do you mean that ain't right? Yes, that is right.
That ain't right.
I'm sorry. I had to say something
right.
when I
Here
heard
it is.
that.
This is the one I was looking at. You see? 1, 2, 3 losses.
This is right here. This is where our last time we played them. No. Yes. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? That's out of the last 8.
This is out of the last 10 games.
No, this...
EJ, 1, 2, 3 losses, 7 wins in the last 10 games.
You said 7-10.
They've won 7 games.
I thought you said they were 7-10.
No, they've won the last 7 out of 10 games.
I thought you said they were 7-10.
No,
I was like, no, we are not 7-10.
No, they've won the last 7 out of 10 games against the Giants team.
Well, then why don't you say that when I said we're not 7-10? I said we are not 7-10.
I said 7 out of 10
Well, then
games.
you could have saved all this time by saying that.
Okay.
Because I'm over here like, we are not 7-10. I'm
Eagles
over here saying that to you.
The Eagles have won 7 out of the last 10 games versus the Giants.
Okay.
You see, versus the Giants in the last 10.
You said...
I meant to put the dash.
I
know what it says out there, but I said it differently because it was a typo. It should say the slash.
Yeah, okay. Well,
So
you could see why I snapped as an Eagles fan when I knew
the
that.
last time the Eagles lost to the Giants was January 7, 2024 in MetLife Stadium.
Yes, that was our debacle from the 11-1 season.
Uh-huh.
I remember you texted me.
I was at your
I'm
house
about to
that
throw
day.
my phone.
I was at your house that day.
I really wasn't there watching that game.
You were asleep, but I was there with your family, and we saw that
wow.
happen.
Wow.
Saw that happen.
I believe I was asleep.
Anyways, Giants. Yeah, you were asleep in your sister's room.
Yeah, I knew I probably.
And then
did. Yeah, that's how we lost to the Giants. Who what you just said? We have beaten 7 out of the last 10 times we've played them. So I was in disarray. I probably was sleeping in my sister's room when we were losing to the Giants last.
You were. You went in there and you came out and you're like, my bad. I passed out. What happened? Did we lose? Oh yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I believe it. If I go to sleep during an Eagles game, it's an ugly loss, and there's a reason that I'm doing so. All right, so that was Seb's score prediction. His was 27-17, and mine is 28-17. So we might have to put a dollar bet on the exact score. We might have to do that because ours are not off. And
or just
we
the
could
Giants total score 17.
17. That's another one. So we can put $3 down. Let's do it. With each $1 individual bets. The Eagles are coming off their first loss of the season. Like I said, last Wednesday. Okay? This was coming. We knew it. The Broncos were going to come from the other side of the country and catch us off guard. The Giants are also coming off a loss, though, 26-14 to the Saints, who were 0-4 before playing the Giants. All right? So the Giants are coming off a very bad loss, just like how the Eagles are coming off a very bad loss. Jalen Hurts has a record of 11-2 in games following a loss. All right? As you can see, I have the Saquon Barkley jersey on. We didn't acknowledge that because I misheard Seb, and was like 7-10. What are you talking about? That's miscommunication.
7 out of 10 games.
That's miscommunication.
If I did say 7-10, I definitely meant, as it said in there, the last 7 out of 10 games.
Yeah, I understand that. I saw that. But I'm saying we didn't acknowledge the Barkley jersey on my chest.
Oh my god.
That's why I went and changed. We didn't acknowledge this. All right. This is the man that's gonna take us to a victory. All right.
As he should. He's your best player.
The Eagles have also won 2 straight versus the Giants, along with 7 out of their last 8 meetings. We are also undefeated when playing the New York Giants on Thursday Night Football. We are perfect.
I don't like you just said that. I don't like you just said that. No. Every time we say something like that, it always turns out the opposite way.
Trust me, the second I got this stat, I was like, yeah, this is like jinxing energy. But I feel good, man.
Hey.
Growing up as a kid, I remember watching this game at least once a year during the school season where the Eagles would play the Giants on Thursday Night Football, and I'd have to stay up late, and we'd be starting some Boston Scott or some crazy other running back. I remember Boston Scott catching game-winning touchdown. Greg Ward. Yeah, LeGarrette Blount. He was the man. Jay Ajayi. Some crazy running back who was only good for one game. Yeah, that was amazing. And we would always win. We'd always beat the Giants on Thursday Night Football. And I remembered correctly because we are 3-0. And that is just some nostalgia for me. This Eagles team is going to make a statement. After blowing a 14-point second-half lead to the Broncos, when it comes to a championship pedigree and that now being tarnished, okay, you have to come out and make a statement. And they're going to do that against their division rival on their turf with Saquon Barkley. Like I said, he's going to go crazy. Now, enough of the Eagles offense.
If the Eagles lose, I will fly to Japan and buy a Pokemon card.
Yeah? I'll fund it if that happens.
You want to fund that?
I'll do half.
You know how long that flight is?
I'll do half.
But that flight's 20 hours,
Well,
bro.
I ain't going to pay for your, workman's... I ain't going to give you, workman's comp. I'll maybe half of the flight and however much you...
I do want to go to Japan. I'm sorry to...
Okay. He's over here. He fronting. Talk about go to Japan if the Eagles lose.
I want to go to Japan, bro.
Well, you'll shake my hand because you know the Eagles are gonna win.
Yeah, I know. They should win. But if they don't, I don't want to go to Japan. Not right now.
It's enough about Saquon Barkley and the Eagles. Not right now. And the Eagles offense. Let's talk about the Eagles defense. It's still good. Okay. We held the Broncos out of the red zone for 3 straight quarters. The Broncos offense did not take a snap inside of the Eagles red zone till there was 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. The Eagles defense was showing
I saw the
up.
whole second half of this game.
It's really the fourth quarter if you think about it. When you say the last 12, there was only 12 minutes left in the game, and that was the first time the Broncos.
It just looked like the Eagles were just throwing the game because they were just.
It looked bad.
They were making really questionable decisions on the play calling. It just looked like they were throwing the game. I'm not saying that they did, but it just.
We did lose the game.
You guys look like you just were just like throwing the game.
We didn't care. And that's why we're going to make a statement, okay? The Broncos offense, like I said, didn't have a snap within the first
world's going to shut down
whole
if Jackson
3
Dart
quarters,
beats
okay?
Jalen Hurts.
While the Giants offense turned the ball over 5 times against this Saints mediocre defense, okay? That's not a good matchup for the Giants offense to play our defense. They do not match up well on that side of the ball against our defense. Jackson Dart also turned the ball over in the win versus the Chargers that everyone was all, oh, Jackson Dart's the truth. He won his first game. He also turned the ball over. So he has not showed us he can go through an NFL game without turning the ball over. He won't be able to do that against this Eagles defense. Now, let's talk about where the Giants have the advantage. Giants D-line versus the Eagles O-line. When I was putting this together, put my notes together for this show, as I was writing this section, I was like, Seb's gonna be. I can see the smile on Seb's face as I talk about this.
You
like talking about the Giants D line.
It's
and
a
I don't
good
blame
D-line.
you, dude.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, the Giants.
If
D-line
you
is
were
amazing.
a quarterback and you saw those 3 dudes line up against you, you would be
Dude,
crapping
it's
your
4.
pants.
There's 4 of them.
Okay,
It's Brian Burns.
Okay, Thibodeau.
Kate-
I don't. He's not. He's
No, he's
never.
not. He's the
never
worst
in
one.
the game. He's never really in the game, bro. He's always hurt. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't even consider him. If EJ EJ isn't that tall now, so he's shorter than Kyler,
Isn't that
right?
tall now. Let me sit up.
So look, if EJ, even if me, if you were a quarterback behind in front of that Giants D line, you would be crapping yourself like, oh no. Like, even though the Eagles have a OP legendary offensive line, they're not gonna have Landon Dickerson. Cam Jurgens, he might be shitting himself just a tiny bit. Excuse me on that. But Jalen Hurts is cool, calm, collected. He's just gonna be like
He
this.
can't hold on to the ball for too long.
But anybody else would be like this. Oh shit! Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not
Tell
wrong.
me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong.
This is one of the scariest D lines in Giants history.
I'm scared for the health of our offensive line. I hope
I'm
that
scared for the health
we come
of
out.
Jalen Hurts.
Yes, I'm scared of the health for our team. That's why we need to run the ball with Saquon Barkley. Feed the man. Feed the man. Please. Okay? Because the Giants
feed me. I'm
D-line
fucking
has
hungry.
Brian Burns, who is leading the NFL in sacks. So we don't need to be dropping Jalen Hurts back to throw the ball. Run the ball, please. The Eagles, like Seb said, please, I'm begging you.
Write a letter.
Please. The Eagles, like Seb said,
Dear douchebag, run the ball.
run the ball. Run the ball. Run the ball. Please run the ball. Nick Sirianni, I'm begging you. Run the ball. Okay? Landon Dickerson is hurt. And he lines up where what's his name? Who's the D tackle? Dexter Lawrence. Where Dexter Lawrence lines up.
Oh.
That's not a good matchup for pass coverage. All right? Lane Johnson has been slowing down, and slowing down as in he's getting hurt almost every game. He has to come out at least one time. We don't need that. All right? We need to run the ball. This Eagles offensive line is not the same. It's good, but it's not.
But it's not great.
It's not number one. It is great. It is good, but it's not number one. We're not hands down the best offensive line in the league, and part of it is because of health. You keep your guys healthy by running the ball. All right? Please run the ball, run the clock out. Let's get in with this win.
EJ
all
just
right?
wants to go to
The
bed on a
Giants,
reasonable time.
and yes, that too. And the Giants defense, okay, still hasn't recovered from losing Xavier McKinney last year. They are 25th against the pass, and they are 29th against the run. So that's bottom 10 in both those categories. I think this Eagles offense is too talented not to put the ball in the hands of their best player and make it happen. Let's go Birds.
Go Birds. Can't say that with this on.
You can.
The Patriots
You can.
game has
I'll
started.
give you a go birds back.
That had to have hurt.
Yeah, my heel, it didn't feel the greatest. Okay. But I was trying to play it off.
EJ letting this off a bang, literally a bang. Anyway, we got to get going because the Patriots game has started 7 minutes ago, and I'm curious of what's going on. So we'll see y'all on Sunday, and go Eagles and
Go Birds.
Screw the Giants, man.